Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. What's going on, guys? Listen, I want to apologize. First off, let me apologize. I was running behind with some errands and stuff that I had to get done for Miss Crypto Siege. So I apologize about getting here late, but I am excited to be able to share with you guys tonight Generational Wealth Wednesday. Indeed, it is definitely a time to talk about a couple of things. I didn't know what the title of the stream. At first, I was going to title it, Do You Know How to Recognize an Opportunity? Do you know how to recognize an opportunity? And then I thought, then I changed it up and said, I'm going to change it. It's not my passion, because I listened to something that really, really kind of resonated with me from one of my mentors, who is the author of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, and that really, really resonated with me. A message that he shared about doing your passion, and we're going to talk a little, bit about that for sure. So the market in the digital asset space, it's the market in the digital asset space, right? So it is what it is. It's interesting stuff. What's going on, Daniel Love? Good to see you, brother. Right? It's some interesting stuff for sure. Grab Borrowing House is in the building. It says present and ready to learn. Well, I appreciate you being here, my friend. Hope everyone is well. Hope the family is well. So guys, so Generational Wealth Wednesday is an interesting thing. And I was going back and forth today while I was out running errands. Should I share about Celsius? Should I share more about Ray Dalio? Just kind of going back and forth. And it just literally hit me 20 minutes ago. 15, 20 minutes ago, right? Because I thought it was really, really interesting that Robert Kiyosaki covered that. And he was talking with the millennials. And he has a show where essentially there's a millennial host the show, and they talk about different things, a young lady. And they actually bring up Bitcoin in this particular thing. She, in this particular video, and she was saying how, all her friends are telling her to get into Bitcoin. And she's like, it's not what I love. It's not what I love. So hopefully I'll find that video for you today. I also listened to a video today of a guy who was a billionaire, he sold his company, sold some of his company, right? What is it? That Shark Tank thing, right? So he wasn't on Shark Tank, but that kind of Shark Tank scenario. 30% of a company, 30% of a company for 1.4 billion. 30%. Interesting stuff. So I'm going to share some of that as well. Hopefully I can find this Robert Kiyosaki one, because I just think it's hugely important to understand it. And then the other thing that I was wanting to share is kind of where we are, what's going on. What is this? The eye-opening, this really eye-opener, like this awakening of what's really going on in the market. So maybe I'm going to share some of that as well. So maybe we'll cover 2 or 3 things in the Generational Wealth Wednesday today. So welcome to Generational Wealth Wednesday, where we talk wealth strategies, generational wealth strategies. What we say a lot on this channel, don't tell us about your exit strategy. Tell us about your wealth strategy. Tell us about your wealth strategy. Do you have one? Are you putting your team together? Are you putting your wealth team together? Are you putting your wealth team together? We were just on the phone with a lawyer today, right? And so, did you talk to your estate planner yet? Have you talked to your wealth advisor yet? Right? All of these things are hugely, hugely important, right? And so do you have your insurance team put together, right? So all of these things, wealth strategy. What's going on, bro? XRP, good to see you, my friend. It is Wealth Wednesday, baby. Indeed, it definitely is. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. Danny Loft, Cookie Munt, appreciate you being here and hanging out. Lily, how are you, miss? Appreciate you hanging out today. Happy wife, happy life. Indeed. So Texas Crypto, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hey, Siobhan, how are you, miss? James at the water cooler was first checking in. I appreciate your patience, bro. I'm back again. Sees how's things going for you. Life is great, bro. Life is great. Thanks for asking. I hope everything is well for you. Kirk Elliott is in the building. What's up, Kirk? Good to see you, bro. Great talking with you the other night as well, my friend. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And listen, you guys know that it's no strange thing that Robert Kiyosaki is, I consider to be a mentor of mine in a lot of different ways, and really educating the masses about what is going on in the financial world. I'm going to play a video for you guys. And we'll talk about that a little, and then I'll find the other video as well, because this has been a guy who has been banned off of shows, radio shows, sometimes even TV shows, for calling out the powers that be, and calling out these systems, that educational system that keep people in a broke mentality, hiding the truth. He is the guy that turned me on to The Creature from Jekyll Island. It was from reading his book that led me to The Creature from Jekyll Island, right? Because he was referencing that book in his particular book. And I can't remember the title of that book of his, but I've read just every single one of his books, I'm pretty sure. And so, yeah, big time mentor for me. I hope you guys do yourself a favor. I would definitely recommend you check out the Rich Dad Poor Dad channel. Yes, Grant Barlinghouse, that is. Robert Kiyosaki is the Rich Dad Poor Dad author. Yep. Thank you, Danny Law. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that, my friend. Absolutely. I can hear Miss Crypto Siege in there. She's over. She's in the office doing actually a giveaway that we ran. We had a promotion that we ran, and she's doing the giveaway now. There it is right there. What's going on? Let's see what's up. So let's share some of this with you guys. Let's share some of this with you. Think you're gonna, and just as a kind of where we are type of deal. What's going on, Dubian 2? How are you, my friend? I just saw something that you did on Twitter about is there something new that you're doing, Dubian 2? How about the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman? Yeah, it's a great book. Now, I ended up reading part 2. I was on Amazon and thought I ordered the first one. I actually ordered the second one, but I read that one. Lucky Lloyd says, Grad, are you Brad's cousin? That's funny. Yeah, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't on the way in. Okay, the Super One app. There you go. I thought I saw that. Thank you. Thank you, Dubian 2. So let's share some of this. Lucky Lloyd, Chicago South Side 2. Join the crypto party. I appreciate you being here, Lucky Lloyd. Hey, Raphael. Good to see you, my friend. I need an estate planner. Yep. Holly Molly. Got to get past $1 first. Yeah, indeed. Well, strategy. Indeed, we do. Indeed, we do. So let's talk a little. I'm going to share one of the videos for you guys first. Let me see something. Let me share it. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. I don't know if I should look this up as Rich Dad or Robert Kiyosaki. Let me search watch this. I might have it saved. Rich Dad. Watch history. That's not it. All right, hold on one second, guys. Let me see. Let me see my watch later. Because I might have saved it because I thought it would be really important to share with you guys. So let's see. So, man, this computer is just slow. I don't know what's going on today. Come on, come on, come on. There it is. Let's see. It's worse than I thought. Let's see. Crypto by Aaron Bennett. Cash is trash. That's not it. Forgive me, guys, but I do want to share this. No. I learned how to stake the algo. You guys got the algo app wallet? I learned how to stake some algo on Exodus. Come on. My computer is not cooperating. Wow. I guess it's the internet. I think it's coming up. Oh, remember, you guys remember when I said, I think it was one stream or two streams ago, I said I was thinking about titling this stream MIT XRP or MIT Algo. You guys remember that? Remember I said, something's going on with MIT. And if it's linked, I don't know. I feel like there's an MIT and Circle thing kind of going on. MIT and Circle. Where is it? Come on. I feel like there's an MIT Circle kind of thing going on. Oh, man. I wanted you guys to hear this from Robert Kiyosaki's mouth and not my own. I'm going to give it one more try and see if this works. Hold on a second, guys. My poor baby computer is just not able to handle what it used to handle. Nope, I can't find it. And this thing is just too slow. It's just too slow. But anyway, in this conversation that what he was having with this millennial, he was having this conversation with her. Maybe it's Cash Flow is the name of the channel. I don't know. And he was talking about the cash flow quadrant, of course, right? The E and the S and the B and the I. On the left side is the E and the S, and on the right is the B and the I. And he was saying that, the biggest challenge that people are having today, especially, he said, one of the challenges, especially with millennials, is, wanting to do things that are their passion, right? They say it's not my passion. And he was, and I thought it was interesting because he says, I never did. I chose to do what I didn't want to do so I could invest in what I love, right? I chose to do some things that I didn't want to do so that I can invest in what I love, which is ultimately doing what you love, right? And so that's one of the biggest challenges that we have today is this whole passion thing. It's not my passion. And that got me to thinking about do you know what opportunity looks like? Because I watched again, watched another video with a billionaire guy. Think about this for a second. And I think this is crazy, but a guy ended up starting a business and turned it into like a holding company. So the main concept, the gist of this business is this business. He created a subsidiary to that business, right? So the main business, the idea, the whole thing, everything, main business, he created a subsidiary from that business, and he sold 30% of the subsidiary for $1.4 billion. Think about that. $1.4 billion. And he said, I was able to do that. Obviously, he said, because I was able to recognize the opportunity. And he said, most people don't know how to recognize an opportunity. He gave a great story about a lion. And I'm going to share with you guys as well. So what do you guys think about, it's not my passion? I know in my business career, I've heard that. It's, as it's not my passion. It's not, I don't feel like I'm called to do that type of things. And I always tell people about my story in business, right? And so, I was working a job as air traffic controller at one time. And I remember when I got started with my side hustle at the time, my initial thing was, this is how I'm going to get my money back, right? So that was my initial thing, right? Okay, I'm single. I'm getting hammered in as a W-2 employee. As a single, I need to figure out a way to get my money back, right? Side hustle, right? Did that side hustle. I'm excited now. I'm able to tap into all the different things that the IRS says that I can do, right? For having a side hustle as a home-based business owner, right? So I'm excited at whatever. 45 to 60 days in, I'm learning more and more and more about this business. I'm learning more and more about my side hustle. And I realized in that I could ultimately get what I really wanted from the side hustle, right? Getting my money back was cool. But what I ultimately wanted was to be a fully present and full-time dad, right? So when I realized that, it shifted from not just getting my money, but that thing, right? And I'm thinking to myself, right? I'm doing some things that I don't want to do, right? So to invest in what I love, right? I'm doing some things that I don't want to do so I can invest in what I love, right? So I can spend time and do what I love, which is spending time with my family, right? So the side hustle has never been my passion, right? I just knew that it was a way for me to get to what I ultimately love, right? Or invest in what I ultimately love, which is time with my family, right? Doing something that doing something that wasn't my passion, right? Right. So it's not my passion. It's an interesting thing. And so I remember so vividly because at the particular job that I had as an air traffic controller, everyone around me was looking at me like I was not everyone, not my dude, right? But everyone else was looking around me like, what are you doing with a side hustle? What? Don't you realize how much money we make? Don't you realize we're at the highest level facility in the FAA that pays the highest money? Don't you realize that all you got to do is check a box and check another box, and you can max out your TSP and your 401k. Don't you realize if you check another box, you can allot out your dental, you can allot out your vision, you can allot out your health insurance just by checking a box. You don't have to do anything, right? There's no, right? Don't you realize that? Don't you realize that you're in this brand new multi-million-dollar building with all the great stuff. Really nice, very nice. All right, don't you realize they're looking at me side hustle? What? Right? Yeah. So don't you realize that what income bracket we're all in? Right? All these different things, right? And I'm doing a side hustle, right? And, look, dude, what's you not happy with that brand new 4-bedroom, 3 full bath house and the brand new the brand new BMW and the brand new Infinity Oil? You doing a side hustle? I just never forget that. I tell my dudes that, right? And so so you got to get the situation where I am is I'm working the crazy shift work, right? Right. To get that lifestyle, I'm working the shift work, right? Because air traffic control is not 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or 10 to 6, right? Not at the highest level, right? At the highest level, yeah, you don't get weekends off, right? Like United and Delta, they still fly on the weekends. And yeah, and in fact, they fly at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, and they fly at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, and 6 o'clock in the morning. And you know what? United and Delta fly on Christmas and on Thanksgiving too, and your birthday, right? And so it's this crazy, crazy work schedule, and they didn't get it, the side hustle thing. And I'm like, yeah, I was right. I was more passionate about being an air traffic controller than I was about the side hustle. But the side hustle was giving me the thing that I loved. It was giving me the thing that I loved. Right? That is the difference. And that's what Robert Kiyosaki, I wish I could play the video for you guys. I wish I could find it. That's what he was saying. He did. And he said the biggest challenge of people is they want to kind of find their passion. And he said that's cool if you want to stay on the E and the S side, right? But if you want to be on the B or the I side, you have to shift your thinking, right? You have to shift your thinking. Now, I didn't know my side hustle was going to take me to the B and the I side. I didn't know. I just knew, right? I just knew what I loved. And what I loved was being a fully present and full-time dad. What I loved is spending time with my family. That's what I loved, right? And so, so here I am with the crazy schedule, right? And the side hustle. And the side hustle, right? Why? I already said that it wasn't my passion necessarily. It wasn't my passion, but it was because I was wanting to get to that point of where I love that I could be investing in that. That's what I wanted. And I think that same way now about digital assets. I think that same way now about digital assets because I get to invest in what I love because of that same side hustle. Now, did I know that in the beginning? No. In the beginning, it was, I need to get my money back. I'm a single W-2 employee making, blessed income, right? And they are just, Uncle Sam is having his way with me, with my W-2 income, right? That's how it's, I'm like, I got to do something. That's how the side hustle thing started. It evolved into something bigger and better, right? It evolved into that. And so I'm a prime example of what Robert Kiyosaki was telling this young lady is, do some things that you don't want to do so that you can invest in what you love. And I just think today how, blessed, I tell you guys all the time how blessed I was or blessed I am, right? But when I did what I did for like 12, 14 months, it was like 14 months straight 4-figure investments every single month into what I loved, which is the greatest digital asset ever, right? Because of that, making that decision in the early days to do something that I wasn't necessarily passionate about. I'm more passionate about it now, but then back then I wasn't. So that's a prime example. It's not my passion, right? So And the other part of that, again, is, do you know what opportunity looks like? Do you know what opportunity looks like? And this is a great story, and hopefully I can get this story right. The guy was telling a story of a lion right out in the desert, or out in Africa somewhere, right? And all of a sudden, the lion was, you know how they do. They're always hanging out, right? Kind of lazing around. And all of a sudden, lion looks up, kind of sits up, and he looks around. You know how they do, right? He looks around, kind of looking around, and he was saying to people in the family, he was saying, "Did you hear that? Or did you? Is that? I'm smelling something. Can you guys smell that? Right?" And so what he does is he gets up now. Now he's on all fours, and he starts walking towards what he believes he's smelling or hearing, right? And he takes a few steps, a few jogs, some trots, if you will, and he goes, I think that is what I'm smelling and hearing, right? And then he takes some more steps and some more trots, and he moves forward even some more to discover, right? And he's looking around, and then he does it again, and he says, it is. I wasn't sure at first, but it is gazelles. I wasn't sure at first when I first heard it. It sounded like an opportunity, but I wasn't sure. In order for me to be sure, I had to get up and take some steps and a few trots, if you will, towards the opportunity. If you understand what I'm saying. Do you know how to recognize an opportunity? Most people don't know how to recognize an opportunity. Most people don't know how to recognize an opportunity. And that's the challenge right now in the digital asset space, is it not? Don't the vast majority of your friends and neighbors and family, they don't even get up to take a look. They don't even get up and take a look. Right? They don't take some steps, right? They don't take any steps. They certainly not trotting and running and jogging towards it, right? Missing out on a herd of gazelles. Missing out on a herd, a feast. Missing out on a feast because they're not willing to just get up and took it, from lazing around, right? Comfortable on the 9-to-5 gig, comfortable on the trading time for dollars. They're not even willing to get up. I just saw someone just put that they don't even want to watch a video. And there's a feast. There's a feast at the end of the opportunity. Right? Right? And so, my encouragement to you is, if someone says, this could be something that you have been looking for, right? Are you going to get up and look around? Are you going to take a couple of steps? And then are you going to take some more steps? Perhaps ask some questions, right? Are you going to get and run and take some steps and run and take some steps and run and take some steps until you actually know what it is? Because it just might be a herd of gazelles. It just might. Okay? Interesting. I remember. And this is a billionaire who said this, and I just thought to myself, this dude. Think about this for a second. This dude had a business, develop an app, put together a business. It just did its thing and then created a subsidiary of this grand big thing that he created. A subsidiary, and someone offered to take 30% of the subsidiary for $1.4 billion. And he said the reason why that happened is because I recognized the opportunity to get 1.4 billion. He recognized the opportunity. The vast majority of people don't know how to recognize an opportunity. The reason being is because they're just not willing to get up and look around. They're not even willing. They're not the vast majority. Don't let that be said of you, my friend, right? Don't let that be said of you that you aren't willing to get up and look around and then take a few steps and dig into it a little bit further and dig into it a little bit further and dig into it a little bit further. Because then you do that enough times, right? You can apply the principle of discernment. You could be like, yep, no team, talking about digital assets. Yep, no team. Yep, no real use case. Yep, don't know who the CEO is, CTO, CFO is, right? That's how you get better at recognizing opportunities, right? TJ Jackson is in the building. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you tonight, man. Great times ahead, says XRP Mantra. Absolutely. Julian Flash is here. Yes, exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, that's a sad thing. We have to change that, right? And we have to change that one person at a time, right? One person at a time by just kind of giving people an opportunity to go from just kind of lazing around to, really? Oh, really? Okay. Opportunity. Oh, okay. Really? A cash flow business. Huh. Wait a second. Really? A new asset class is being created? Oh, yeah. Real? Bitcoin? Yeah, it's a new asset class. Bitcoin in ethereum. And did you know there's 6,000 different currencies? No, there's 6,000 different currencies. Yeah, it's like 6,000 different tokens. Oh, okay. Right? Get them to at least, they'll be willing to at least pop their head up. See what's going on. So true, Lily, and that's a sad thing. And we're hoping to change that. Lily says, OC, so many either are okay to barely get by, no hope, or they want it all without effort. Without effort. This is what this DeFi thing is feeling like to me. I spoke on that last night with you guys. This is what the DeFi space is feeling like to me. Wanted it all without any effort. Thank you, Lee, for sharing that. You're right. Lady Enigma is in the building. How are you, miss? Good to see you. Yeah, that is a gold XRP Steve. Absolutely. That is an interesting question. Siege, how are you, my friend? I'm outstanding, brother. Thank you for asking. Hope you're well. So I had a text message from my bank asking them to contact them. They wanted to know what I was doing with my money, questioning me about crypto. How strange is that? That is very, very strange. Very, very strange, my friend. Interesting. I wonder was that a big bank or just like a local community bank? That's interesting right there, my friend. But, I hope you took the opportunity to let them know about the greatest digital asset ever created. Brad Barlinghouse says, in 50 years, I let a lot of opportunities pass by. I got my ticket for this one. I hear you, my friend. Indeed. It's a new asset class, and we're early adopters. We're early adopters in this new asset class. Anybody got some sneaking suspicion about MIT and Algorand and Circle? Is it just me? It just something is feeling something. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's so true, Lily, and that is a true statement for a lot of people. Because when there's things that are beyond your control, so many people lost their jobs because of something that completely out of your control. You know. Ty Corbin says gazelles. Yep. Oh, really? Okay, Nat West. Okay. Aaron H, how are you, my friend? Thank you, Steve, for sharing that, brother. TJ Jackson said, wait a minute, let me share this. Hey, check this out, Steve. TJ Jackson said, I was also asked once by my credit union, what is Coinbase? Interesting. It proves how early we are. It really, really does. Yeah, that's right. Fiat is king. You should send them the Brian Brooks letter. Guys, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. We always try to get just as many likes as we have people viewing the stream. YouTube loves it, and I would definitely appreciate that big time. We had a nice streak going on at one time. We were doing that every single stream. It was really cool to see. Good to see you, for sale. Haha. Spanish Cobra, how are you, my friend? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. I appreciate that big time. Siege put together a wealth plan, strategy, blueprint, or an educational course. That's food for thought, my friend. I'll think about that. I really do. I know I've had some other people talk to me about putting together some type of something very similar to that. Thank you, Spanish Cobra. I appreciate that. There you go. Yeah, right. What kind of deal do you have? I like that, Steve. I like that. Oh, what's thing jumping? Hold on. Nope. I'll get it right one. There it is. Siege. He says, haha, I did. Siege, I asked them, what deals do you have for me? I get 12% on my money. Exactly. I'm telling you. I am telling you, it's an interesting time. We were just figuring out some stuff that we were wanting to do. And, just thinking about that residual income that can happen in this space is pretty phenomenal. I mean, Celsius, Alex Mashinsky says he wants to see, they're going to be putting something together like a top 100 of people that are financially free and living off the interest from Celsius. Yeah, they're putting that together now. They're putting that list together now. Living off the interest. In other words, the interest alone is helping making the car payment, making the mortgage payment, paying the electricity bills from the interest, not cashing out the assets from the interest. Pretty powerful. Guillermo, how are you, my friend? Appreciate you being here tonight. What do you think will happen when they switch over to the new system? Will it be flawless or will there be a blackout? I think it's going to be flawless because I think that the two systems, Swift and Ripple Net, will run alongside one another for a period of time, giving RippleNet some time to, work out. Not that they have to really work out anything. They ain't never had an error in a transaction before, but giving them some time to get up to snuff and all that type of stuff like that. What's going on, Crypto Insomnia? Good to see you. Indeed. Compound says crypto server. How are you? Surfer, how are you? Don Corbin says once Celsius covers the full airdrop, I'm moving my XRP there. Yeah, right. So I hear you, brother. I hear you. I'll be excited for you when you do. That's the deal there. So it's two things there. It's not my passion. Do you find yourself thinking that way, saying those things? Right? Do you find yourself thinking like that and saying those things? And have you thought about it might not necessarily be about what your passion is, but it might necessarily be about what is it the thing that you love? What's the thing that you love? Great news with Uphold. What happened on Uphold, Charlie G? Did they decide to do the Flare Spark thing? What's going on with Uphold, Charlie G? Do share. Appreciate you hanging out tonight, brother. So again, it's not really necessarily about the passion, right? It's discovering what is that thing that you love. Like for me, it's definitely being a fully present full-time dad, right? Hanging out, being able to, for me and Miss Crypto Siege to just, we can, that freedom to get up and go where we want to go, when we want to do it, right? That freedom, right? To just pick up and say, okay, let's go to Napa Valley, right? We did that like 5-day notice, like 5 day, we had like 5-6 days. Yes, like 5 or 6 days, right? Text?
Yep. I don't know.
And
can you write it down for me?
Yep. And that's, you think about that, right? I don't see one.
Change. Did you do Authenticator?
Oh, which one is it?
PayPal.
Yes. You have a certain time to do it, so. Yeah, we're on the ultra high security here for everything, right? So just thinking about that and how that works, right? So if you catch yourself, maybe you think, I heard about eToro also, but if you catch yourself thinking that or saying that when it comes to looking at something, right? When it comes time for you maybe to pop your head up and take a look at something, look into something a little further, I would encourage you to think about what is the thing that you love. For me, time with family, without question. I love my air traffic control buddies. Absolutely love them. Love them. Absolutely love them. Miss them. But ultimately, being able to get up in the morning with my baby girl and, it's so silly what I do because it's not even, 50 yards from our house where the bus stop is. But just being able to get up with her and, ride in the car with her for about not even 50 yards is funny. It's hilarious. But I love it. I love those few minutes together in the car talking, right? I love being home in the afternoon. I love being right before, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was talking to United. I was talking to Delta. And so I love, I love that. Miss Crypto C, she loves the, let's go. Let's go to New York. Let's go stay at some crazy spot, $500-$600 a night. Let's just go, just go. Like, okay, today's Monday, we're going to go Tuesday, right? Drive to New York, boom, Napa Valley, right? 5-day notice, boom. We got fired out of Napa Valley, unfortunately, because of the wildfires. But yeah, we had booked it and everything, paid it and everything, just gonna go and spend 7 days there, right? So that's the kind of thing, right? And so, but it was because we made a decision to do something that was not our passion, so that we can invest in the thing that we love, right? I want to share this with you guys because I just think this is so hugely important, kind of like where we are now. Oh, Devon, Steve, congratulations, bro. Did you say you just retired? I love it. Congrats. I hope you're moving on to a position now where you can continue to add value to people's lives, right? Congrats. Hi, Siege. Long time no see. Indeed, just retired. Invested in a barrel of single malt whiskey. Nice. Looking forward to trying it. Will be at least 3 years. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Congrats, my friend. Guac Girl says she loves watching YouTube. I hear you, miss. Welcome. Good to see you tonight, Guac Girl. Jay Sober says, nice indeed. That is nice. So what's the news, Charlie G, with Uphold? Did I miss something? I don't know much. Gold XRP, Steve. Don't know much about Stellar. I don't know enough to say yay or nay. I honestly don't. I just made a decision that if I had XRP, I was not going to look into Stellar Lumens. But I don't know enough about it. Charlie G, did you share? Great. Did you share the great news about Uphold? Did I miss it? Sean Green Bay, how are you, my friend? Have you heard of the Celsius Network, Sean? Sean asked, what is the best way to stake our XRP or put ourselves in position to not sell, but gain interest off it? And thank you. I would say the best way to do that is through the Celsius Network. Sean, have you heard of them? I love watching YouTube. Yes, indeed. That's what I was talking about, TJ Jackson. That's exactly what I was talking about too. Not having to beg for vacation days or worry about money. Can't wait. Yeah, and that is a true deal. And during the times when I was really hustling, that was in my presentation a lot. About never ever having to ask another man for permission to spend time with my family, right? That was a big burning thing, right? Never ever having to ask another man for permission to spend time with my family, right? That was a big time driver for me. And I was able to get that done in less than 3 years. So I was really blessed. What's going on, Rippler? Rita WMS, how are you? Good to see you, miss. Rippler's in the building. Yeah, so that's the thing there, guys. Those two things, right? It's not my passion. And do you know how to recognize an opportunity? A vast majority of people, like, they just don't know how to recognize an opportunity. So, take it what you will, but just, if you catch yourself thinking about that, it's not my passion. Maybe a better question to ask yourself is, what do I love? Like Robert Kiyosaki says, do something that's not your passion so that you can invest in something that you love. Like for me, I think about that, I think about an air traffic controller, and I think about being a fully present full-time dad. And it's a classic example. It's really a classic example of that. It really is. The good thing is, I was just really blessed, right, to have success, and that side hustle turned into just everything, more than full-time income, right, and also full-time, fully present dad. But that's the thing. What is it, that thing that you love? Napa rocks, Don Corbin. Yeah. I was really looking forward to that, Don. I really was. I was really looking forward to it. But the fires and stuff, and the smoke and everything, it became, we're like, we're not going to be able to really fully enjoy it. And it was right there kind of where we had a book to stay as well. Yeah, I don't think they compete, Steve. I really don't think that they do compete with each other. I know at one time Stellar was looking to do cross-border, and they changed up their model. They changed up their strategy and pivoted into a different direction. Trevor J, what's going on, my friend? Absolutely, Sean. You're welcome, my friend. I encourage you to in doing your homework is to check out as many AMAs that you possibly can. Ask me anything with Alex Mashinsky, and see if the message resonates with you. See if the business model. Check out how they earn yield. How do they earn this yield? It's not about the numbers on the dash of BlockFi or Nexo or Crypto.com. Even though, I just saw a comparison between Crypto.com and Celsius. It's not even close in terms of the yield, but it's not just about that. It's more about what's the business model. Is it a sustainable business model? And look at the net in terms of fees and all that stuff. But I will leave you a link. I'll put a link there for you, my friend Sean, so that you can check it out. You can check Celsius out as well. But please watch those videos. Check them out, right? Just put Alex Mashinsky or AMA Alex Mashinsky in YouTube and watch as many as you possibly can, right? Go to Celsians.com and learn as much as you possibly can. Some of the better AMAs is actually when he's actually participating on someone else's channel, not through Celsius, I think. But there's a link for you there, Sean, so you can check it out and learn more about it for sure. The membership, what is this here? I'm seeing this here. The membership of the Congressional Blockchain Caucus urges your consideration, support, and implementation of utilizing blockchain technology that could greatly mitigate the effects of the beer code. What? Where'd that come from, Julian? Where'd that come from, my son? That's some good stuff right there. Where'd that come from? XRP Magnificent is in the building. Congressman Tom Emmer and 8 others just sent letter to Trump and others. This is a little piece. Oh, okay. There it is. I just, I had that up. Actually, I was going to do a video. Lawmakers asked Trump to use blockchain in the beer code relief. Yep. I got that pulled up. I have it tabbed up. I haven't read it though. Thanks for sharing, Julian. I appreciate that. Yep. I have that actually pulled up. I have it tabbed up, but I did not go through it. So guys, there that is again. What do you guys think about that? A guy, he just became a billionaire because he sold 30% of his subsidiary business, 30%. Guess who he sold it to? China. China. This is a guy in the good old US they sold it to China. You guys should check out this YouTube channel right here. Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on, let me see something. Let me do this again. Let me see if I can find this channel. Come on, laptop.
Because if you're positive to yourself, you're going to be able to come out of anything. And you're going to be able to build anything and come out of anything. If you don't believe me, ask President Obama.
This thing is it's slow. I don't know what's going on. I got to figure out what's going on with my laptop. Mr. Hellstorm, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. I made it, but way late. No worries. You can catch the replay, brother. Yeah, I got to make some purchases tonight, too. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been a really great hang as usual. I appreciate you guys hanging out with the Crypto Siege, spending your Wednesday with me. It's always a pleasure. It's always my honor to come and hang out and share with you guys without question. Just understand that this is a head up. This should be a head up and shoulders back moment for you in your life, because you're an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. And guys, I got to tell you, you do own assets that the 1% of the 1% want to own, that the institutional hedge owners want to own. Wall Street wants to own the assets that you hold, that you hold. So never ever forget that, guys. In fact, I saw something. Where was it? I can't wait to read it. I have not yet, but Marcus Treacher put something out today on Ripple.com, and I saw some wording in it that I have to tell you. You're talking about the ISO 20022, Aaron H. The wording on that, I have to tell you, it felt like to me it felt like to me it was a done deal. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. It felt like it. It really did feel like it. So that was the way he said it. Did Charlie G ever share what was going on with Uphold? I don't think I saw that. Let me see something. I'll have to cover that on another video, but it really does feel like I might even do one tonight. I'm reading this article from Marcus Treacher, this blog from Marcus Treacher. This sounded like to me it was a done deal with Ripple and what they're doing with the IS 20022. It just felt like, yeah, we're in place. We're we're going to work together alongside each other for a while. We'll be alongside each other for a while, but there's going to just be a point where the RippleNet is the deal. Doesn't it feel like that way to you? It really does feel like that way. RippleNet is, the de facto, if you will. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up the stream like I do all of my streams. Thank you again for hanging out tonight, guys. I appreciate it. And remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.